Hello, folks. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a good day. So, hey, I just wanted to have a quick conversation with you about something we've been referring to on this channel as the Great Relocation. We've been talking about it now for probably 8 weeks, and now we're starting to see the data kind of roll through the system. I don't think you can argue it's happening. I think the only thing we can now do is say how long a duration it's going to be, and then how do you take advantage of it or perhaps protect yourself. So let's give you some of the details and really have this conversation. Oh, caught on my shirt. Anyways, rent values in cities like New York and San Francisco. We're going to talk about San Francisco because it's just a report I got this morning. Rent for the month of June was down 12% year on year, and that was a record, followed by May's drop of 9.1%. So if you're a landlord with property in San Francisco, your values are coming down, right? Value of apartment buildings is done on cap rate and net operating income. And if your rent is falling double digits, even if you left, something out of that, if you kept everything standard and kept the cap rate alone, your values are collapsing. I would tell you the cap rates are expanding, but that's a different discussion. If you're a tenant in San Francisco, you should be negotiating reduced rents. You should probably be asking for a free month, something of that nature. You should really be, using this to your advantage. Again, the Great Relocation says stop living in a shoebox, stop paying ridiculous, unaffordable prices, and get out of Dodge. How this helps you and I is, can we intelligently place our capital in markets that are going to benefit from the exodus of expensive markets like San Francisco and New York? So again, we're going to stay on San Francisco because it's within 45 minutes where I live, and I can talk about it more intelligently. But here's the deal. If you're a high-priced tech worker and you've been living in a shoebox and paying stupid money, what do? Do you A, move to the suburbs? Do you move an hour away or an hour and a half away because now your employer is saying you can work from home forever, or maybe work from home 4 days a week, or whatever that is? That's option one, right? Your rent probably gets cut in half. Or heck, do you stop being a renter and start becoming an owner? That's the first question we have to ask. That is clearly happening. For example, San Francisco rent was down, what did I just say? 12%. Sacramento, which again is hard to say is a bedroom community for San Francisco, but its rent was up 5% month on month. So again, we're talking about rent collapse of double digits. You got to remember that's hyper local. But again, we have the opportunity, if we learn our market, like I talk about in the course, I preach, right? It's learn your market, bad, average, good, or great. We can now place capital in suburb areas, see rent inflation a la Sacramento, because it's a supply demand problem. For example, I'm in Fresno, California. Rents are going to go up because it's a cheaper place to live. And it's an easy 2.5 hour drive from the Bay Area if you have to do it. Next, you're going to have some people that go, you know what? If I'm going to move, why stay in California, right? California's income tax is 13.3% for the highest. Maybe I will rent in Nevada or Texas. This great relocation is going to have a long tail. I think if you're a landlord in San Francisco, your values could really get cut in half. NOI is coming down. Cap rates are going to go up based on risk. Nobody wants to live in a shoebox with homeless encampments on the streets. It's just the reality. I'm not trying to be negative. It's just I would not want to own property in San Francisco given all the rules and regulations they put on landlords. It's very anti-landlord in San Francisco. But on this channel, right, we were talking about buying one rental at a time. And I think this is a great time to learn those suburb markets. It does have very low supply, so you have to be careful. You got to do your research. You have to learn your market. You know, take the 75-day hard challenge, for example, and it's free. Just do the work. But if you learn your market today, you can be ready to pounce when more inventory comes on. Because what is going to happen is unemployment is still in double digits. The forbearance thing is going to eventually end. And we will have more supply come on the market next year. So if I had any words of advice for a new investor today, as we're in July, you need to learn your market. In the 75-day hard challenge, there's a playlist on this channel that breaks down the 8 steps, again, entirely free, on how to learn your market. It's everything I've done to build our portfolio. We talk about it in one rental at a time, how we went from one house to financial freedom. But here's the deal. Given the low supply, you need to learn your market today because it's really hard to buy today. But if we do see future supply coming, you want to be ready. So what I would tell new investors today is you need to learn your market. If you need help with that, you can take the challenge or you can look for a link below this video for the course. For $200 or $199, you can learn your market now and be ready to pounce late this year or probably next year. This is the time to do your homework. Don't miss this opportunity. The Great Relocation means you have an investment chance now to learn your market to be ready when supply comes back. Okay. All right, everybody. Take advantage of the Great Relocation. I certainly am. I'm going to be ready for it. We're going to put some money to work. Have a wonderful day. Take care.